Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Worship Drumming. I wanted to make this quick 5-minute video or so about Easter tomorrow. I'm not even going to do any jump cuts. This is just going to go straight through. I want to ask you guys, before I get into some things I want to talk about tomorrow, about what's going on tomorrow, I want to ask you, are you ready for Easter? What are some things that you've been doing to prepare? What are some things your church does differently on Sunday? Have you been practicing extra hard? Go ahead and leave those things in the comments section below. Now I kind of want to get into what I really want to talk about. So I was reading Galatians earlier this week and just decided to read through it, and I came across this verse, or these two verses in chapter 2. Now Galatians, Paul is basically writing to people he's writing to the Galatians. And as he's writing this, he gets to this point where he's kind of explaining how he sort of became an apostle, how he met with some apostles and all this stuff. And he basically gets to this point where he's getting ready to go out to preach the gospel with these other apostles. And whenever it comes time to, there's an apostle named Chappus who is just sitting back and hanging with the group that he's comfortable with. Now, I want to talk about us as worship musicians. There's a lot of times on Sunday that whenever we're done with the run-through and we're just waiting to basically run our set live, there's a lot of times where we just want to talk to the other people that are going to be on the stage with us. I like to talk to the bass player and the guitar player a lot at my church, and I find myself on the stage a lot, sitting up there waiting, than I do going out and interacting with the congregation. Now, we know that tomorrow there's going to be a whole bunch of people at our churches. It just happens all the time on Sunday, that people go to church with their friends or with their family just because it's Easter. Now, what we do as Christians is going to really reflect Jesus to the world. So if we just sit back in our own little clique where we're comfortable, we're not really displaying how loving and accepting Jesus is of everyone. Now this goes back to what I said in Galatians chapter 2, verses 11 and 12. Whenever Paul sees this as such a big deal, he's saying, Chappus, you used to go out there, he'd interact with all sorts of people, Jews, Gentiles, didn't matter, but now he's just hanging back in this group that he's comfortable with, and it even says he's afraid to go out there. And guys, tomorrow I get it, there's going to be a lot of people there. We're going to be super nervous because I get nervous every Sunday. Even if I see one new person at our church, I know I'm not playing for them, but it just makes me nervous knowing that other people that I'm not really used to are going to be there. And guys, as worship musicians, we need to stop and just break this clique that we have between ourselves, and we need to go out there and display to all those people, all those new people that are coming in to our church tomorrow, the life of Christ. Ask people how they're doing and be genuine with it. Don't just be like, oh hey, what's up, what's going on. Don't walk by someone and say, morning, how's it going, or something, then you reply, good, okay, life moves on. Now I want you guys to think about the question again, are you ready for Easter? Are you ready to go out there tomorrow and display Christ to all these new people that are coming into the church? To be loving of them, to be accepting of them, to really want to know how they're doing and where they're at in life. I want to ask you, are you ready to do that and display Jesus to the world?